my name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it's great to have you, and if you are returning, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me today. So this is my weekly Flosstube update where I share with you the progress over the projects I've worked on over the last 7 days, and I've got a really good amount of stitches in this week. I have done 9,300. It's not going to carry on this week because I have a model stitch, so that arrived on Saturday. So I've worked on 5 projects, but we're just going to get straight into the stitching and share with you how things are looking. So the first piece that I've worked on is this one. This is a stitching shelf, and it's artwork by Aimee Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm doing the regular size max colour version. This one has had 1,000 stitches and it's gone at 23.65 to 23.91%. And I'm just trying to work out where I've been stitching. I think we've sort of completed the row from there onwards up into about here. So we've gone across. This lady's skirt is now 99.9% complete. It's stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count fabric, and yeah, it's looking great. So just go closer in, just have a little pass so you can see it in all its colourful glory. And I do wobble. There we go. So that's my stitching shelf. So happy with how that has progressed this week. Yeah, 1,000 stitches, 23.65 to 23.91%. If I didn't get that far, I can't remember. Okay, so mock up. So next one I have worked on is this one. This is my Lord of the Rings stained glass, which I got from Etsy. And a birthday present to myself a couple of years ago now. I'm colour completing this, doing all of the 310 black first. It's had 1,000 stitches, 11.85 to 12.13%. So we're celebrating into the next percent. It's far too big to show it all in its entirety now. So I'm just going to show you whereabouts I've worked. And as you can see, this arch, the detail in the top of the black detail is now done. There's no black stitches at all in this bit. And I've worked down here and I have gone right across. So it's stitched on 18 count fabric and it's 2/1 full cross. So yeah, happy with that. I should just carry on going on my next bit for it. So that's that. Need to pass through. Oh dear. Okay. So next one that I've worked on is this one. This is my Sailing Fairy Panorama, charted and kitted by Sarah up at Paine Free Crafts. This was a kit that was gifted to me. Artwork is Nadia Strelkina. Got a flying cat just whizzed past my feet. So with this one, it's had 1,000 stitches. 19.23 to 19.87%. I'll just show you where I've worked. If I can do the thingy with folding of the fabric. Okay. Right. We're about there. So I've worked from this bit here and I've gone along this row to around where this park thread is. I've put in 1,000 stitches. Some of it's gone in the rows underneath, as you can see, sort of here. I know I've gone as far as this butterfly wing here with some of the, because what I do with this, I take a thread and I try and use the whole thing up so we don't have many park threads, if any at all. Yeah, so it's stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count, and that is how it's looking now. So yeah, not far off the 20% mark. So when this one next comes out, we will hit 20%, which will be great. It's another milestone. So the next one I have worked on, oh, cracker, no, is this one. Come on, 10. This is Daughter of the Deep, artwork by Josephine Wall, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's a supersized max colour. Again, very kindly gifted to me as an RAK by Clara. It was my Sunday stitch yesterday, so I got to work on it all day. Didn't do any overtime yesterday because I thought, don't want to do any. So if you joined me on my live stream last night, you'll have seen me working on this, and I've got a portion of the bottom corner left to do. So next time I work on this one, I should be moving the hoop. It got 2,000 stitches, and it's moved from 3.82 to 4.07%. So with each singular percentage is definitely a milestone on these big pieces, so I'm happy about that. And I'm working this in 80 by 80 stitch blocks on the diagonal. Although last night when I was doing this last bit, I was like, I'm just everywhere. But yeah, that's another one done. So this has now had 32,000 stitches in it. So if I can just, if it'll let me, take this off. Can we see? Can we get right to the end? Not without unfurling everything, but you know, you get the idea. The end is sort of somewhere down there. So yeah, 32,000 stitches. I'm happy with progress on that. It's moving along, and as I said, I shall be moving the hoop and start on my next 80 by 80 square. So that's her. No. 1/1 full cross that as well. I don't know if I said that. I probably did. If not, if I do ever forget, it's always in the description box. So the last one I've worked on is this one. This is She Sleeps, artwork by Stephanie Poy-Munro, charted by Heaven and Earth Design. And again, I'm doing a regular size max colour for this. It was gifted to me by my friend Petra on Instagram. Now, it's not beginning of the month, so I haven't took it out of the frame, but we're almost at the beginning of the month. So next week, I'll show you the full thing out of the frame. I've had a phenomenal week on this week. If you join me on Wednesday, I was working on it on the live stream on Wednesday. We have moved from 52.95 to 55.84%. And we've done 4,300 stitches on this piece, which I am very, very pleased with. And now she has an eye. I was really, really pleased when I saw how well this was coming out, because on the last pass I'd kind of done the top portion, and now we've got the eye. This is worked 2/1 full cross on some 20 count Aida. My plan is I'm going to move the hoop along and carry on working sort of along this line right to the end. I think sort of 30 stitches deep works for me. You know, sort of, you know, three rows deep kind of works for me. So next time I pick this one up, I'm going to be moving it along. So there's not going to be an awful lot of work on this week, so I'm glad I've got some stitches in the bank. I am on track for getting this to 70% by the end of the year, because I'm almost at 56% now, so I've got 14% to go. There are about 8 weeks to Christmas, and if I'm doing 2% a week, it should be done in 7 weeks. And then obviously to New Year there's 9 weeks, so fingers crossed I will make it to that 70% mark. But she's looking phenomenal. I was really, really pleased, like I said, at the detail and stuff, because it's a max colour, and you know, there was quite a lot of confetti just in this eyelid here. But yeah, so that's She Sleeps. So what's coming up this week? So Stitch With Me, which is ASMR style, which has Night Cafe. Then the next one is Alternative. The Realm of Middle Earth map will be out for an alternative, so I'll have music, and I'm still working in the Parks Reds on that one. Envy will be out for some rotation stitches, and then next Sunday for my Sunday stitch it will be a stitching shelf, so we shall have that. And of course in between I've got a model stitch. Model stitch is quite big this time, it's about 6,000 stitches, so don't think that there'll be an awful lot of She Sleeps time this week. We'll just have to see how it goes. I think that's it, that's all the stitching. Yeah, that's it, that's all the stitching. So in other news, weight loss this week, I've had to stay the same. I'm not upset by it, I'm not far away from goal, and the longer it takes for this weight to come off, the harder it's going to be to put back on. Well, that's the theory anyway. Whether the practice works, I don't know. But other than that, I really haven't got any other news. Lauren's on half term this week. Hannah's on a week off work annual leave. So they're sort of kicking around. Here's Lauren. They're sort of kicking around in the house. But other than that, there's not really an awful lot left to say, apart from just my usual reminders. That's Hannah with the plastic bag. 3 videos appearing on your screen in a moment. If you've not seen those.
This is me with the Halloween decoration.
Well, whatever. 3 videos appearing on your screen in a moment. If you've not seen those, please do go take a few minutes to have a look. My schedule, as ever, is that I do a Flosstube update on a Tuesday, Stitch With Me's on Thursdays and Saturdays, and a live stream on Sundays and Wednesdays at 7:30 PM UK time. If you've not joined me for a live stream for a couple of weeks, just be aware that our clocks changed last weekend and we went from British summertime back to Greenwich Mean Time. So if you are looking to join me on the live stream, just make sure that you double check the time difference if you're watching from overseas. I did get, 1 or 2 people got caught out with it. It's not always easy to sort of work it out, and I don't know why on earth they keep changing the clocks anyway. But that's that rant over. So yeah, so I think that's everything. I think all that's left really is to say thank you guys very much for watching. I've got the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description box. Thank you to those of you who have donated towards the channel so far. Those funds will definitely be put to good use. I've got some Lugana to buy for next year, and 1 or 2 other bits and bobs that I want. So yeah. All my videos are sorted out into playlists, so you can't just pop on a playlist and get on with your housework or go shopping or whatever as well. If you can't, I should have said the Buy Me a Coffee thing is absolutely optional, and I always say the best way to support my channel is by watching the videos, and playlists obviously make it much easier to do that, the decorating for Halloween. So yeah, so thanks very much indeed for watching, everybody. Do take care. Happy stitching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.